Hey, what's up? It's Chantastic here. I thought I would do a little Discord stream. What I want to do is I was noticing, I'm going to go over there right now. I've been noticing that our site, so we have events.lunch.dev. Now this event, oh shoot. Okay, never mind. You can't see it right now because we actually did push changes up. But this there were two events here. These past events were showing up even though they had happened like today or the day before. And that's not ideal. Obviously, it gets fixed when we push new code and that builds and deploys a new site. However, I'd like for that to happen automatically. And I was thinking that we would do this with a cron job. Now, I don't think let's dive into that. But the goal is to just like every day rebuild the site. So I'm gonna Google at first Netlify cron job. I don't think they have one. I Googled this a little bit earlier. I did find, I think, this article on this, how to schedule Netlify builds. And there was a bunch of things saying like, oh, you can use these services. You can use Zapier. There's a service called, Easy Cron, etc. However, I kind of thought it would be nice to incorporate this into the code somehow. And I think that we can do that with a GitHub action. So I wanted to kind of, before I got any further in this, I thought it'd be fun to actually just like, get into it. So I hit record. We're streaming here and we'll see what happens. So I'm going to do GitHub cron job to see, or GitHub Actions cron job to see if this is something we can even do. See, workflow, syntax for GitHub Actions, cron labeler, schedule tasks using GitHub Actions. Okay, that looks promising. Under GitHub Actions on a schedule. Okay. Publishing the nightly build of a library, framework, or software. Okay, that's similar to what we want. So what are they for creating nightly build? Use create release action. Okay, I don't necessarily want to create a release. Okay, maybe this isn't for us. Run your GitHub Actions workflow on a schedule. This is by jasonet.co. Okay. Excited about the possibilities. Well, now there's a whole new feature of actions, and I'm pumped. The schedule event lets you define a schedule for workflow to run using cron syntax. And you basically tell GitHub, run this workflow independent of any activity or repo. Just run it on some schedule. Okay. So this is, now there's a whole new feature of actions. Okay, so I'm going to click on this link, see where it takes us. Not helpful. Okay, so let's do this. GitHub Actions schedule. That's the language that JSONet uses. Trigger builds on schedule. Okay. Okay, so this is a series. Can run on schedule. The schedule uses a cron notation for find. Okay. Okay, so this is the second or third time I've seen cron tab.guru mentioned. So let's open that up. You can find more workflow events triggered in the GitHub Actions docs. Okay, hopefully this actually takes us somewhere. Okay, cool. So let's see, schedule. Okay, on schedule. So this is a GitHub Actions event. You can schedule a workflow to run at a specific UTC time using POSIX cron syntax. Scheduled workflows run on the latest commit in the default or base branch. The shortest interval you can run schedule workflows is once every 5 minutes. This example triggers the workflow every 15 minutes. Okay. For more information about cron syntax, events that trigger workflows. Very cool. That is helpful. So 15 minutes. We have a minutes, hours, days, month, day of the week. Okay, so we want to do this. What would this be? This would be every 24 hours, I guess. I guess the thing I'm not sure about is when it starts. My kids are playing some Lego Movie, the second one, music. So who knows if this will even stay up on YouTube. Let's see. So what does that mean? Okay, so this is that cron tab guru. Okay, so this is a sample, as far as I can tell, of what what the GitHub action is going to look like. Now, I don't actually remember how to add GitHub Actions. It's been a while. So I'm going to have to find that first. So let's go to our repository and let's jump into Actions. I think they have some recipes. They do, like right off the bat, that we can look at. So there's this. I'm going to click this link to skip and set up a workflow yourself in case we can't find what we're looking for easily. Let's see. Can we find schedule on the page? No schedule. Getting started and core concepts, configure and manage a workflow. Okay. It's interesting. I would have expected maybe an easier jumping off point into other ones that weren't like featured. More continuous integration. Cron. No, nothing like that. Okay. Let's look at. Okay, so they have Actions starter workflows. This looks like a repository. It's like getting started in core concepts. I guess this is going to be where we're going to live. So introduction to GitHub Actions, finding and customizing actions. Let's like jump over there and see if we can find what we're looking for. Overview, GitHub Marketplace page. Here we're going to look for schedule. "25 minutes. Okay, this is getting us closer, I think. Let's look for cron. Cron labeler, an action for automatically labeling pull requests, an action for automatically comment. Okay. Let's go back to schedule. Cron's not helping us out too much.
Oh, hey.
Hey, what's up?
I just hopped on to say hi.
Hey. It's lunch right now over here, and I was thinking about, so something I noticed is that the site, unless we're pushing code, doesn't automatically update, right? Which isn't like great for like an events page. And so I was trying to figure out how I could do it, maybe using GitHub Actions and like a scheduler to like just like ping the Netlify like build, I don't know, URL or webhook or whatever.
Brian Douglas would probably know how to do that. He worked at Netlify, now works at GitHub, and does a bunch of GitHub Actions stuff.
Oh, nice.
He'd be a good person to ask. I've never used GitHub Actions. So if you're looking for a GitHub Actions whisperer, he would be your man.
Nice. Well, I'm kind of excited to just like figure it out or whatnot. But yeah, that's what I'm working on. Okay, so I'm gonna open up a couple of these. There's what, schedule a job action, draft to no, that's not what I want. Close pull requests. What I want. Okay, maybe I just need to start from scratch. So here's a schedule a job action. So I think I really just need to use this like kind of on schedule cron and then just do whatever it is that I want to do.
This is something I was just talking about with Simon. He's a Blitz maintainer who built Quirl. I don't know if you've heard of Quirl. It's like a service for like delayed jobs and kind of like background type actions.
Yeah, that looks super cool. Have you used it?
I have not, no. Yeah, no, the episode just dropped today, so if you want to hear him give like a long explanation of it, that's pretty much the only place to do it right now.
yeah, I'd love to. Okay, so I know we need to add.
And then he's got a good newsletter also, but yeah, that's a rabbit hole though.
I know that. I mean, that's a big important part, that's kind of like missing from like the full stack experience.
I thought it was interesting because he built that, and then Rob built Repeater with Redwood. So both Redwood and Blitzcamp with their own background kind of job scheduling things, because it's like a huge problem with the Jamstack, as you are noticing right now.
Yeah. Netlify. Let's see. Netlify rebuild. What are these? What's the suffix on these? Oh, it's a YAML file. Okay. So I think, let me get back to where I was. I wonder if I can just do this in like a visual way. I don't know. I'm so like, I've set up a couple GitHub Actions, but it's basically just been like copy paste.
Yeah, I think the extent of my GitHub Actions knowledge was I once read a ridiculously long YAML file from Bison, because they have like their entire CI pipeline written out in GitHub Actions, and it's like hundreds of lines.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, this looks powerful, but I'm not going to be writing this anytime soon.
Oh man. Okay, so I think I'm going to call this like, let's see. So, and then I don't know, like I kind of feel like maybe I should just get it going. I think the minimum is, or the minimum distance is like 5 minutes. So we're just going to say on, not pull request, but on schedule. We're going to do a cron, and then how do we, so GitHub Actions post. We need to post to the webhook. I wonder if there's like another action that does like a HTTP request. Webhooks post action. GitHub Marketplace. Is Matt still trying to connect there?
I think so.
Did he give up?
No, he's still trying.
The GitHub Marketplace is kind of a scary place. Like, it's like I don't understand this stuff enough to not know, like to know if something's like a good action or like a malicious action.
This is what's always bugged me about like Chrome extensions and stuff. It's like, yeah, it's really hard to get a sense of like what these things actually do until you like install them. At that point, it's too late.
Yeah. Let's see.
I would imagine though, just doing a simple cron job has to be so common like that. So there has to be a pretty standard GitHub action for that, I would guess. So I'm just gonna ask.
Yeah. Actually, I wonder.
Ask Brian real quick.
I should have just started at Netlify build. Deploy action for Netlify. Netlify deploy action. Okay. Let's see what these do.
Netlify is usually set up to trigger a build when you push your Git repo anyway, so
right. So the problem,
I'm confused why that doesn't happen.
No, it does happen. Yeah. So when we push, it does happen. But if we're not pushing every day, then like stale events stay like upcoming.
I see. I got you. So you want to up to when. So once we've actually passed dates, you want there to be some action triggered to make sure that date is no longer on the calendar anymore.
Right. Because the thing is the build will solve that for us, right? Like the build's just going to run and it's going to be like, oh, the time's later, so these events are in the past now. We just have to do something to like automatically trigger build.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's fine. That should be so simple.
Yeah, and it might be, and I just don't know where to look.
Don't know. Yeah, I don't know where.
It is. I'm gonna. Now that we kind of have a little bit more language, I'm gonna kind of like go through and be like I kind of feel like this should be something that I can just do in Netlify. Maybe it is, right?
Right.
Schedule, deploy.
Ooh, build hooks. That sounds promising.
Yeah. So I'm seeing a lot. So I had initially landed like looked on this, and a lot of people said like Zapier or something you can do, which is fine, except I don't necessarily like. I'd like to tie it into the repo, right? And so that's why I kind of landed on GitHub Actions. Because there's other services we could do, but I thought it'd be nice to be able to make it trackable.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So that's why you don't want to just do it through Netlify.
Yeah. So let's see. So I'm gonna Google all of it. GitHub schedule or GitHub Actions schedule webhook Netlify. Oh hey.
Yeah, that sounds like what you want.
hey, we're getting there. Okay, cool. This is great.
Recently too. That's a good sign. This is only like a couple weeks old.
Yeah. Well, you know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna be doing next is writing a blog post of my own.
No, this is good. This is really good stuff to cover. And it looks like he was going where you were going anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So we have this on schedule. Okay, cool. Let me see. That looks pretty similar to what we have. Yep, same comment. I'm kind of curious what this / means. Actually, let's just use what he has, but change it to the max of 15 minutes. We can always kind of like ratchet it down later. Once we know it's working, but like every 5 minutes would be nice because then we can just see that it at least triggers until we get the hook in there. So what are Netlify build hooks? Okay, perfect. So I'm going to get that. I'll probably have to do that off screen because there might be sensitive information there. So workflow file, GitHub repo, create a main.yaml file, GitHub workflows. Okay, so we have that part. Scheduled Netlify build. Yep. So this person is changing the timing here. Let me see if I can find out what this turns into, because there's this other site I found called, what was it, Chron Guru or something? So every day at 6 a.m. or 6 a.m.? Who knows? So if we wanted it to be every day at noon... Okay, cool. Does this work on 24 hours?
It goes from 0 to 23 for allowed values. So yeah.
Okay. At 11. Okay, I'm not sure what the time zone is.
It's not super important because you just want it to run every day, right? Doesn't really matter when in the day. Unless you want to run after an event, would probably be just to.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. The default
would
be for sure. So every 5th minute. Okay, interesting. Okay, so this is where we're going to leave it. Man, this is an interesting syntax.
Right. Yeah, I've never written crons. Like I know what a cron job is. I've never actually written a cron job before.
Yeah, at minute 5 versus every 5th minute. Interesting. Okay, cool. So we're going to keep it every 5th minute for now, and then we'll see what happens.
So we get trigger build every 5 minutes.
What was that?
So is he a trigger a build every 5 minutes?
It is. And I was kind of,
by every 5th minute. Yeah.
yeah. So I was kind of thinking that would be good for now because we can kind of just get a sense of like what.
Make sure it's working. Yeah.
And so we should see that trigger in GitHub Actions. I'm not totally sure. So then this is jobs. So what's job? Okay, so replace, here goes your build hook with the build hook URL, create a Netlify dashboard. Now site will rebuild every morning. I hope this is useful to you. You know what, Ronald? This is useful to me, and I appreciate you.
Nailed it, Ronald. Nailed it.
Tis indeed helpful to me. Let's see. I don't know. I don't think this white space is significant, but whatever. Okay, so the name that we're going to do, we got to change our name to the name that I have, which is Netlify Rebuild, I think. Runs on Ubuntu latest steps. Curl request. Man, he's put everything in here for me, or they've put everything in here for me. Let me go over to Netlify and get that. I don't think, I mean, so there's a way that we can make this like secure, I guess, and put this inside of like environment variables. I don't think that's necessary at the moment, because the worst thing that could happen, at least as far as like in my estimation, is that someone would be like able to rebuild the site, and I guess kind of run me out of my limit.
Yeah, I think no matter what, if you ever got DDoSed on your Netlify, you could probably just call support and they'd be like, yeah, cool. Sorry about that. Fix it for you. I'm pretty sure.
For sure. Okay, so let's see. So I'm on another screen right now. I'm just trying to get that build hook found, and I don't want to kind of dox myself in the process. Deploy settings.
By the way, I see that we're getting Emma Boston.
Yeah.
For the event, big pickup.
Oh yeah. So we're doing like replays. But yeah, no, that was really fun. We were talking about like mentorship.
Oh, that's right. That's one of the React podcast episodes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's right. I thought that this is a future event for lunch.dev.
Oh yeah,
really?
that'd be sweet. I'll have to check in with her, see if she can hang out with us.
She's usually down for streaming.
Environment, deploy, notifications.
We got build dumb shit coming up. Love that episode.
Okay, I don't think there's anything. I don't know. I'm gonna pull this over. If you see anything sensitive, let me know. So there's domain settings, site settings. I'm not entirely sure. So I assume going to deploys. We have auto publishing, maybe deploy settings. I don't see anything for webhooks in here.
So I think that would be the build hook. So you're almost on it.
Oh, let's see. So form detection, pre-rendering. Okay, got to go back up to the top. Build settings.
Yeah, go down a little bit. It's under deploy context.
Hooks.
Yeah, there build hook.
There we go. Okay, so thank you very much. We're going to add a build hook. Unique URL, and you can use to trigger a build. Okay, cool. Build hook name. I don't know. Rebuild from GitHub Actions. I guess this is just so I can delete it later if it becomes problematic.
Just namespace it probably.
Okay, so I have. Oh look, so
there
they give me this whole code.
Look at that.
Look at that. Okay, cool. So yeah, so it looks like I can delete this particular hook if it becomes troublesome for some reason.
Yeah, just like you can revoke keys really easily.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff these days. You just generate a key, revoke it, and
Yeah. Okay, cool. So let's do this. I'm going to save this. I'm going to push this right to main because or let's see, how would that work? Yeah, I think I need to have it on main because this is only rebuilt if I'm reading this correctly. Our webhook when I set it up, I had to choose a branch that it was going to rebuild. So and I chose main. So let's
right,
see.
yeah.
Git add commit.
Hey, Ben.
Add cron. Do I hear that Ben's in here now?
What? No.
Ben! Hey, how's it going?
It's going all right. We had staff, that's why I'm a little late, but I'm here.
Oh yeah, no worries. I mean, honestly, it's been very, very exploratory until we landed on this blog post by Ronald Vilsons. I'm not sure how to pronounce the last name, but this post is extremely helpful. I think I need to buy Ronald a coffee. Actually, I'm going to do so when I don't risk doxing myself. But yeah, no, I'm going to do that because this is literally exactly what I needed. Okay, cool.
Incredible.
Yeah.
It even had a descriptive title, so we were able to Google it.
Yeah, it's so funny. I feel like this is a really good point, right? Is like so much of web development is knowing the exact intersection of words that you need to Google to find the solution that you're after.
I feel like that's so much of blogging too, right? Like, because when I'm blogging, I fall into the trap of like, oh, I want to write a title that's like catchy and will hook you in. And it's like legitimately no one wants that, right? Like people want a blog title that says exactly what the post is on. Like,
just like comma separated keywords. Yeah, absolutely. Right. Yeah. I mean, look at this title: Schedule Netlify builds with GitHub Actions. I mean,
incredible.
It's oh man. I mean, no matter what, I'm definitely writing another post because I feel like there's not enough information about this because it took us a good, like maybe 20 minutes to find this. So more posts. Okay, so what I've done is I've pushed that. I pushed it right to main, so we can see if it's gonna work for us. It should be running every 5 minutes. So that might give me enough time to actually buy this gentleman a coffee. Let's see. So that is mine. I'm going to open up the Actions tab. Oh, you know what? There's a new workflow button. Oh, wait. No, I did click the new workflow button, and it was not helpful. Okay, so there's Netlify rebuilds. Okay, so in the next few minutes, so our workflow is up here. In the next few minutes, we should see one triggered. If not, I will be triggered. But we should see this happen. And then we should subsequently see a Netlify build also happen. So I'm going to open up deploys just in case. Okay, so this is so there is a deploy running, but that's just the one that I triggered by pushing the pull request, I think. Yeah, add schedule build GitHub Actions. So not yet, but theoretically in like 4 minutes we should see another one. So I'm gonna keep this open while I buy Ron a coffee here. I'm kind of curious. I mean, like, let's continue talking. But do you think this is gonna work?
That is the most philosophical question in all of dev. Is this code that I found online that I copy pasted going to work correctly?
Yeah. A fair amount of my time is spent in this way. Let's see. Here, wait. I'm gonna do this part over here. What should we say to Ron? Should we copy the link so he knows what brought us to him or to them?
Well, have we confirmed yet that it works? Let's not jump the gun. Thank it too soon.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and pay him, and when it fails, we'll just ask for a refund. No, actually,
QA your blog post.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So let's see. I'm gonna write it in good faith, and then we can kind of pull the trigger when it actually runs. Let's see. Actually, let me squeeze this down so we can see if GitHub. I don't know if GitHub automatically updates the page. Copy and paste that. Or if we have to like kind of catch it. I guess no matter what, once it triggers, we'll see it in the queue as an event that happened. Okay, what are we going to say to Ron? Ron. Let's see. Was it schedule? GitHub Actions. Should I point Ron to what we're doing?
I say have at it. I think when you write like a helpful article like that, it can often be really cool to see like what cool things people are doing with it.
For sure.
Even knowing that someone read it at all, I'm sure it will be nice. Sometimes you never even know if literally a single person in the world has read your blog post.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, cool. So all of our information's up on here, so that's great. Okay, cool.
All right, I give up.
Oh wait, we hear you now.
Yeah, no, I don't know what's going on here, but I basically have to scream into the microphone for it to pick up.
What?
So the Shure isn't picking up anything at all. Like the monitor is, so through the USB device, like I can hear myself, but whatever's going on with Windows, like no idea.
Oh, that's a bummer.
So you guys will have to miss me today because I'm pretty sure my neighbors can hear me.
Oh man, I'm really sorry.
Big old shame. Well, you're Patagucci over there. We're jacket twinsies today.
It's just so comfortable. It's like the weather is like perfect for exactly this size jacket right now. Okay.
Yeah, midweight thermal ball.
Yeah. Or mine's the what is it called? The Nano Puff or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, they're Nano Puffs.
Yeah, I bought it on sale, as I do with all my Patagonia stuff. I can't stomach the full price.
Awesome. I told you I've only ever gotten one thing on sale. Outside of that, I refuse to pay for them. They have to be gifts. All right, you guys have a good afternoon.
You have good friends. Yeah, you too, Matt. Sorry it was a pain for you today.
Yeah, no worries. All right, see you guys.
See ya. So I'm not seeing anything over here. I think our cron is set up correctly, but I don't know for sure. And then if I go onto our builds, I'm not seeing any new builds triggered. So this is the one we did. Let's see how long ago that was, just for context. It says 54 seconds, but that's not true. It's been deployed in 54 seconds. I don't know. Any thoughts? So I guess let's like track what we know already. Okay. So in workflows, all workflows is registering this Netlify build workflow, which we've created, which is good. I don't want to create a status badge, disable workflow. Nope. It's not triggering. Let's see. Give. Curl request. We run curl. Okay, so this I think is just a comment, right? Not a comment, but it's like it's the name of the thing. So when it runs in the script, it says like this thing. So that part is not particularly important. I have a hard time reading YAML, to be honest, but I think that's my understanding of it. I'm curious. Is everything in here? Okay. Anything standing out to you all as like an obvious thing I'm missing?
Sorry, I was off screen for a second. Can you just flip back to the action?
No worries. So I was just going through the code here. So jobs, build, name.
So this is a total like random guess, but it might be that you have the wrong runs on, because I know that there was once a point in the Redwood tutorial where you had to specify the exact flavor of Linux you wanted to use because they had Red Hat Linux and not Ubuntu.
Okay. Let's see.
That's something to investigate at least. I have no idea if that's actually a problem or not.
Now, they say both of these articles say to create a main.yaml in workflows. I don't suspect that matters, but it might be worth a try.
No, that probably matters, because a lot of the stuff in Netlify is based on your folder structure. Like that's why you specify like where your like assets go when you do a build and like stuff like that. So
okay. So the only reason I think that I was thinking maybe it didn't matter was because it was it is registering as an action in over here, right? But let's try that. I mean, it's worth a.
Yeah, I would just say in general, always try and be as close to whatever stuff you're following is. Every little detail, you never know.
Yeah, you never know. Okay, so I'm gonna go through this line by line and make sure that we got everything. There's also this question of kind of is this white space a problem or not? I don't think it is, but let's again get a little bit closer.
How is your white space currently being handled? Because I know YAML actually is very particular about white space.
For sure.
Yeah. Do you mean white space like between?
Yeah, just these additional these extra line breaks. I don't think it matters, but I'm gonna take it out just in case.
Okay.
So we have.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to hop off, but
okay.
Let me know how things go.
Dude, good luck. Good luck, and your first day. It's super exciting.
Yeah, thanks, dude. Super stoked.
Cool. We'll see you around.
All right, later.
Okay, so name gone, on good, schedule looks the same. We have our own schedule, but the syntax is correct. Jobs, build, name. So this is going to have to match this, which I'm getting the highlighting, so that looks right to me. Runs on Ubuntu latest. Anthony said that this might be a potential problem, so might have to further specify that. But then other than that, all of the syntax looks exactly the same. So we're going to do that. We're going to remove our line breaks. We're going to take this and change it to main and see if that makes a difference.
I feel like we've changed a lot of things all at once, but we'll see.
Okay. Git add. Oops. Let's see. Rename and reformat. Was it rebuild Netlify? Okay, push that up.
Let's see it.
Let's see it. Oh, wait a second. 1 minute ago.
Hello.
Wait a second. Did we just not wait long enough? Or maybe there's like a delay on the first one that... Okay. So that definitely wasn't us right now because it triggered...
A minute ago. You know what? You can actually click on the Netlify rebuild and you can see, I think, the lines that were run. I think you can see the code in here somewhere. Try clicking on that like green check mark. Yeah. And you can expand this.
So the job, curl request. Oh my gosh. It did work. I just wasn't patient enough. Okay. And look at this. It did trigger that build. Oh my gosh. And so it did work with the rebuild netlify.yaml. So it doesn't, it appears that it doesn't have to be main, which is great. Okay. So that completed.
So do we actually want to go ahead and like revert then in that case to the way we had it?
Oh, because it was working before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At very least maybe
could
revert the YAML name change.
Sure.
So that it's like a descriptive name. I mean.
Yeah. So I guess the question is that like, yeah. So the thing is, I don't actually know how to separate them. So I'm not opposed to main. Because I wouldn't know actually, like if we had multiple scripts, I wouldn't know at that point how to run both of them. Like, do I need to like link them inside of a main file, or like do I just add as many as I want to this, or like whatever? So I'm kind of not like opposed to it either way, at least right now. There is so the thing I did want to figure out is the timing of this. I don't think it particularly matters. I think we were talking about maybe rebuilding once a day. So let me go to cron guru, and I think the syntax for that was to put it, you can set it like at a time, or shoot, how did this work? Let me go back to the article. I have too many tabs now. Okay. Oh, 0. You got to put the 0 in there. That's why. Learn a lot of things about cron today. Okay, so if we do 0 minutes, 6 hours, it's going to rebuild. So the next one would be tomorrow at 6. I don't know what time zone. Let's see.
Yeah, but ideally the time zone shouldn't matter, because if it's running basically at a time that no events are happening, everything is like every event has the like hour mark and everything now, so I don't think it's going to be a problem.
Oh, for sure. I was just thinking about in terms of like, so most of our events happen at like 10 a.m. Pacific time, or like noon Mountain time, or Central time. And I was just thinking that like maybe like kind of defaulting it to kind of clean up right around that time might be nice. Because like in at that point in the day when the event's over or about over, like, so we could offset it by like an hour. It's not going to show up as an upcoming event anymore.
Interesting.
I mean, obviously it's like, that's very conditional on the way that we do events right now. But at the same time, it is like kind of a pattern, right?
Yep.
So I guess it doesn't matter. What we can do is we can put any time in here. So I can just put like, what is it? We'll put 12, and then we can just let it run. It'll run at least once a day. We didn't really care when it ran every day anyway. And then we can kind of tailor it once we understand what time zone this actually runs and rebuilds in.
Makes sense.
Does that seem fair?
Yeah. We can always adjust it later if need be.
Totally. Cool. And then I guess, I mean, we could just add this white space in here just for visual difference.
Yeah. You get.
Yeah. Cool. I guess let's just leave it for now. Get add dot, get commit. Change auto. To 12.
I'm really sorry to do this to you, but I'm gonna have to drop as well.
You got to drop? Okay, cool. No problem. I mean, I'm basically done at this point. So I appreciate you being in here and supporting me through this. I'm glad that we actually got it done. But yeah, hey, good luck today.
Thank you. You as well.
See ya.
Bye.
All right. So that's it. We were able to, I'm going to recap. It's just me in here now, but I'm going to recap and just kind of talk about what we did here. We added a GitHub or a .github /workflows/main.yaml file. Now the name doesn't seem to matter here, but main, we only have one, so we just called it main. Doesn't matter. We gave our workflow a name. We said on the schedule event, this is like GitHub Actions syntax for this. I might be able to put some comments in here somewhere. But we want to do a cron, and we have this syntax, which is basically, so it's minutes, hours. So like at 12 hours, presumably is noon. We don't actually know. So we're going to run that, test it out. Every 12 hours, we want to, no, at 12 hours? I think it's at 12 hours from like the start of the day in whatever time zone. Again, we'll find out. We're going to run this job with the name of Netlify build, which is here. I'm not a YAML expert. It's going to run on the Ubuntu latest. The steps are to make a curl request. This is just the name of this, by the way, which is just going to show up in when we see our GitHub action. Here we go into this step. Oh shoot, I'm not seeing any events right now. Okay. This is just what it's going to show up in the twirl down. It's going to show that name. But then this is the actual command it's going to run. It's just going to hit our webhook or our build hook that we got from and set up with Netlify. So yeah, that's it. That's basically that's all we had to do. And then when that time hits, it's going to run this workflow. We'll be able to look at it and whatnot. We had one success so far, and then we'll check in tomorrow to see if this kind of scheduled thing works and what time zone it was actually in. So that's it. I guess I'll write up a post on this because there needs to be more posts on this. There was only 2 that I was able to find. But yeah, thanks for being here. Again, if you want to get hooked up with the lunch dev community where we do stuff like this all the time, just hit up events.lunch.dev. You'll find links to upcoming events, Discord, all that kind of stuff, past events with videos. This one will be on there. That's it. Peace. Thanks.